Do 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 do. Arteta. Do 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 do. We won comfortably. 3-1. We were 3-0 up this time last year. It was around this time last year. We were 3-0 down. Jack Grealish was bodying Bellerin back to Spain. Yeah. Ollie Watkins was taking liberties. It's the first time we've scored against Dean Smith's Aston Villa in 4 attempts. Lacazette, unbelievable tonight. And Kenny, you said it on your fan cam. You said that he set the tempo from the end of the Palace game. Jez Smith-Rowe, we've both agreed on that, and so did Kenny. Quality performance. Nuno Tavares, yeah. Ramsdale again. Ben White's best game for Arsenal. Quality performances. Thomas Partey's first goal. Kenny, give me your little breakdown for anyone who ain't watched your fan cam, and if they ain't, go back and watch it.
Well, one of the things is that the first thing we managed to take notice of as fact is that Villa played 3 midfielders of all similar traits, both excellent on the ball, but in terms of like tracking back and actually putting tackles in, they I would say a very slight midfield. Like Buendia is a small man, good on the ball. Douglas Costa, tenacious, but hasn't got the athletic build that our midfielders have. And McGinn's just was like the brain of the team. However, what we did is that we didn't manage to give McGinn the room that he normally gets in most of his matches. Buendia was too lightweight, and Douglas Costa just couldn't do it on his own. So what we did is that we used our power where, Partey, Lokonga took turns, and I thought Saka, played a lot of space. But I think the guy who set the whole game up for us was Lacazette. I always say it, and I'll say it till, as long as Lacazette's at football club. Aubameyang plays his best football when Lacazette's alongside him. I know there's like the biggest elephant in the room is where's Aubameyang's best position. Everyone says he's a centre forward because there was 30 goals a season, but centre forward play's changed a lot since the days of Jimmy Greaves, the days of Gary Lineker. Ian Rush type centre forwards are the sort of type of centre forwards we need now, where you have to have an all-round game, and Aubameyang just doesn't have that. So, in order to enable Aubameyang to have that space, Lacazette drags people out and defenders out of the corridors uncertainty. Defenders don't like mark number 10s. They don't like mark midfielders. But because Lacazette holds the ball up really well and actually prepares to get into those sort of positions, it creates a lot of panic, and it allows Aubameyang and Smith-Rowe to have, a lot of space in to make a run. And I must say, Tavares as well, good full game today. We didn't miss Tierney today, and that's not a criticism of Kieran. I just thought Tavares, and Smith-Rowe ripped apart Matty Cash and called Matty Cash to do more defending than attacking.
100%, man. Jez, you, same. Listen, anyone who hasn't watched Jez's fan cam, go and check that as well. But give me your little breakdown of the game before we get into player ratings.
Yeah, I thought Lacazette today showed absolute quality fight. Got knocked out by me in the face, and yeah, I how can I put it? They showed passion tonight. It was great to see. I thought White, best game I've seen him play. I liked what I saw. I thought we fought for about 78 minutes, and then subs came on, which always changes the face of the game. We all know that. I liked it, but I still have my doubts. Sorry. I said to you on my fan cam, Lee, when you go up to Arsenal, and I haven't been there for 2.5 years, and I was hoping for a result, and we got a result, and it was a good result, and it was a good performance. But it doesn't make me change my views on Arteta. I'm sorry, sorry to you, Arteta boys and girls. We played a very poor Villa team. Let's be fair. You know, they were crap.
But was that down to us being good?
Sorry?
Or was it a bit of both?
Was that bit down to us being good?
Or was it just a bit of both? They were out of confidence after the loss the other day. They've lost Grealish and they look a different team without Grealish.
They do.
Or was that down to us being like on it? Or was it a bit of both?
We were Lee, we were on it. I can't deny it. You know, we were on it, and we were up for it. And I'm great. I'm glad to see that. I find this one a difficult one because Kenny goes to the Emirates all the time. That's my first time back.
Him not to, by the way. I keep telling him not to, by the way.
I know you keep telling me not to.
I'm not going to argue with him.
But it was a great performance. Well done, guys. Great win. Can't knock it for that. And it was great to be there. Atmosphere I found a bit strange, and I don't know if you did, Kenny, but I found it a bit odd. It's a bit in and out with the fans, but I think it's half term's coming up, so I thought the crowd was a lot better than it was on Monday.
I think the thing is, a lot of people like Jez, you was kind of in and out the chat, and I get that. The only reason you had a signal because it weren't a full stadium. Yeah, let's be real, right? Because if it's a full stadium, you got no chance of a signal, right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
I had no second half, mate. I had no signal at all.
There you go. But at the same time, other people that were at the game that came in my chat after they'd left the game were saying that, good performance, but the fans ain't really convinced. Yeah, they're like, it could go either way. And it's like, if we were 2-0 down at halftime instead of 2-0 up, that would have been mad toxic. Yeah, and it's like kind of on the balance there. It's like 50-50. It can go either way. Yeah, the fact that I think we've only won 9 out of 26 games at home. Yeah, under this manager in the last 26 home games, I think we've only won 9. Yeah, that's kind of really worrying. That's like 1 in 3. Whereas our home form under Unai and our own home form under Aston was impeccable. But under Aston, I think the only game we lost at home that season was Man United 3-1. And we absolutely spanked the Kenny. We were there. We battered them and they just David De Gea turned into Superman that night. Yeah. And I think that was our only home loss. Whereas it used to be our away form was iffy. But listen, let's get into player ratings. Let's go to you, Kenny, first. Aaron Ramsdale conceded. I don't think any goalkeeper on the planet would have saved that. It was on the postage stamp, the Queen's Head. Thomas Partey ducked that. I'm sure where he pulled out of that and jumped over the ball. I'm sure we'll come to that a little bit later. But before the ball hit the back of the net, he was rushing out, having a go at his defence. He was going mad. He made some very good saves tonight. His kicking's always crisp. Yeah, very crisp. Yeah, he connects cleanly with the ball. What did you make of Ramsdale overall?
I thought his performance was very, very good because one of the difficult things to do when you're in goal is that when you're in dominant, as we were, you have to be able to read the game, read the situation. You may only have one thing to do, but you have to do it well because you're the last line of defence. And I thought he was fantastic. And one thing about it, he exudes a lot of confidence. He loves playing for this football club. He's grabbing his chance in the big time with both hands. This is a good opportunity for him, and he's taking it. Not only is he taking it, he's looking long term whether he could displace Henderson for England. Sorry, Pickford. Pickford for England. So his performances never disappoint. I've never seen him have a bad game for this football club. Even games where we've dominated, you always think, what, he'll make a save. I'm going to give this guy 7. He didn't have much to do, but when he did have something to do, it was fantastic. But, our defence needs someone like this guy that exudes confidence. You don't worry about, him coming out for the ball. You don't worry about his kicking. You don't worry about him coming for crosses. Now, that's no disgrace to Leno, who, is a superb shot stopper. But, to be a number one at this football club, you have to have presence, and Aaron has presence.
100%. And I think you've done him a bit of a
Agree.
disservice with a 7, if I'm being honest. But it's your player ratings, Kenny, and I'm not going to argue with you, mate. You go, Jim. You probably bench more than our way. Jez, let's go to Nuno Tavares, standing in for Kieran Tierney tonight. Before the game kicked off, you was in my chat, and I had a few fans jumping in and out beforehand. My worry was that we've got Aubameyang and Tavares down that left. Would that work? Yeah, they're both very attacking. They both shirk defensive duty at times. But it was kind of flawless, wasn't it? And Tavares was superb.
I actually thought Tavares was excellent, to be fair. And I will give him a 7 for that, because I thought his overlapping play, his link-up play, was very, very good. And I'm really glad to see it, to be fair, because we've said before, Kieran Tierney, in my view, has gone backwards. Dare I say it, that I hope Tavares does not go backwards. We're fed up, aren't we? Let's be fair, boys. We're fed up to see these new players coming in, and they give the potential, and then Arteta sucks the lifeblood out of them. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.
Let's go to the other side. Right-hand side, it was Tomiyasu, Kenny.
You know what? I thought Tomiyasu was solid today. He didn't have much threat from Villa. Like normally, if you play down that left side, normally Ghazi plays there, and he gives them a bit of power there. But I think what's happening is because he decided to get Ings to run those channels. He wasn't able to do it, but I thought he was solid. Everything he did was in terms of like his passing and his clearancing as well, defending as well, which I think that is his prime job. He was really, really solid. I'm going to give him a 7.
Ben White, for me, best game for Arsenal. He made some mad blocks tonight. Yeah, very good blocks. And I was like, right, is that Ben White? He made some very important blocks, especially at 0-0, 1-0 up. Second half, he made one where he threw himself at the ball as well. Obviously, you guys see it more than I did. You were right there. But what did you make of him, Jez?
I thought it was very good. Best game I've seen him play. Saw him today, saw him at Brighton. Excellent play. And I just hope it continues. Fair play to the fella. I've said so many times, player coming into this club, and I hope long it continues, because we've spunk 50 million on that bloke. So let's big it up, man, and well done to you. And I'll give him a 7 as well.
Gabriel, Kenny.
Imperious. I think what's happening is that poor old Ollie Watkins got no change out of him whatsoever. Like I said, he got no change when he tried to go those channels, which he did very well last season. But there was no room there. And when Villa tried to play the ball over the top, Gabriel, in partnership with his goalkeeper, just marshalled, our back line. I thought it was a fantastic game as well. And I thought, him and Ben White developed into a nice little partnership. You know what I mean? Left side and centre half. And he looks fitter as well. He's actually concentrating his defending. So I thought today I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I was very pleased with him.
Jez, let's move into midfield. Thomas Partey scored his first goal.
Yeah.
Hit the post-stroke crossbar. I don't know how he missed, if I'm honest. And it was like he's been getting closer and closer and closer. And it was like, is he ever going to score his first goal? He then scored his first goal, and it was probably the worst chance he's had because it just spooned off his head, and Emi Martinez had a shocker. And it ended up in the back of the net. The funny thing about that was the stream I was watching on DAZN, Lacazette was like Simeone grabbing his nut, all that one, on the goal line when it went in. Yeah, and I thought that was kind of funny, but he scored his first goal. ducked out of the goal that they scored. He kind of pulled away from it and jumped over the ball. Other than that, I thought he played very well. But what did you make of him?
Yeah, I was impressed, man. You know, what I like to see is a strong, bold, physical midfielder. Doesn't get kicked off the ball like Odegaard, you know. It was a good goal, to be fair. I mean, you know, he nutted it right back across the face of the goal. Martinez really mucked up there, but hey, it's a goal for us. So I'm going to take that. And the one you said about where he hit, you know, crossbar goalpost, that was it was a really difficult. He's almost kicking it backwards. So I'm not going to knock him for that. You know, you've got to be Messi class really to get that sort of goal. So yeah, I'm going to give Partey a 7.
Sambi Lokonga, Kenny. Little bit rash at times, but
it's his age, isn't it?
he got stuck in.
I think what's happening, right, so what both the centre midfielders did really well is that they both, you know, like I said, took turns to protect and attack. And I thought, you know, they managed to sort of alternate very well. The communication with both of them was really, really good as well. You know, I'm still waiting for a standout performance from Sambi. But, you know, it's a good, solid performance, credible performance. I'm going to give him a 6.
Let's move to Emil Smith Rowe, the fail end, whatever you want to call him. We've all been very critical of the fail end project, saying they need to score more goals. Well, tonight he shut us all up, didn't he? Because he put in a great performance. He got an assist, I think, as well. He scored, albeit very fortunate. I think the goal will go down as his because his shot was on target and it went in off Tyrone Mings. But he started that move by blocking out John McGinn's pass, and his energy was mad. What did you make of him overall? Because for me, and I know it's your player ratings, for me, he was man of the match.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I was very impressed. His work rate, you know, second to none. He was just giving it all, and yeah, I mean, I can't fault the guy. And between him and Lacazette, it's a tough call, but I will give tonight. I will tonight give ESR. I'm gonna give him man of the match. So he's getting a 9 for me.
I agree, Jez. Come on, I agree. Yeah, and you know what? We've all been critical of that kid, but not necessarily because of him, but because of the way he's been managed. Yeah, but tonight it just goes to show when you've got Gibraltar guard sat on the bench. Yeah, and we're not slowing the game down, and we ain't got no Granit Xhaka. But listen, that's another story. Let's go on to Bukayo Saka, Kenny.
You know, I thought it was a better performance from Bukayo. He plays his best football on the right-hand side, which is a bit of a sad sign because it basically kills Pepe, who I still believe is more gifted than Bukayo. But, you know, Bukayo is a coach player, you know, and he's been a coach player at the football club for a long time, and he plays like a coach player. And I think today he had a really good performance. But I always say the catalyst for, you know, Bukayo playing his good football is when we have a centre forward who can hold the ball up and create, and that enables us to run in space. And I think what Bukayo did really intelligent as well is that he switched sides as well to confuse, you know, in that first half to try and you know, like I said, then confuse a bit of the back line. So for me, I thought it was one of his better performances. I'm going to give him a 7. He has been disappointing. I think he's played better for the national side than he has for
100%
for the club. I know a lot of people were saying last pair of ratings, oh yeah, it was only Andorra. It doesn't matter. You know, a performance is a performance. He has played. He had a good European Championships. And
yeah,
you
but
know,
Kenny, when people say it's only Andorra, yeah, well, it's only Norwich. Yeah, it's only Burnley.
Nah,
It's the same difference.
There's no pleasing people. I think what it is that he hasn't met the standards, but he did have a chance where he could have put the game well out of sight. And
if he was
young, he should have scored. It doesn't matter whether it's left foot or right foot, he's got to score.
100% sharp, fit, right. And I was shocked he started, but I shouldn't have been shocked he started because he's only had 2 training sessions, right? And Mikel said that. Yeah, he trained yesterday and then he trained on the day of the game. That training session. Yeah, he's only trained twice. That's a damning indictment on Martinelli and Pepe. Yeah, that you're starting a guy that's limped off, he's half fit. Yeah, he doesn't really.
It's trust issues, isn't it? It's trust. I think it was that.
He's got his favourites. Yeah, Rob Holding is one of his favourites.
Sometimes a manager has to trust the players, and I think Pepe and Gabriel Martinelli have not managed to sustain.
Tick the boxes.
Well, yeah, they have sustained the Mikel's trust, much to the detriment of their development at his football club, and sometimes development of the club. Because I still think, that Pepe does create, a lot of uncertainty amongst defences, but he has to be more consistent. I've turned a new leaf in terms of my views on Pepe. I think he's a great player, but if Saka plays like this, then
welcome to the club, Kenny.
If Saka plays like this, then it's going to be very difficult for Nicola to get in the team. Or he might have to find
what was your score for Saka?
I'll give him 7.
Jez, the opposite side. Excuse me. Aubameyang got the penalty, or he didn't win the penalty, but he scored the penalty, but it weren't direct from the penalty. Put himself about tonight. I like the fact that, and I said it when the goal went in, when he followed it up, he didn't just stand and admire his penalty, which a lot of penalty takers would, but that's because the killer instinct in his head is, I've hit it, carry on going, because if the keeper saves it, and it was a poor penalty, right height, not very powerful, but Emi Martinez, shocking, didn't get up quick enough, and Aubameyang fully took advantage. But he worked hard tonight, Aubameyang, without being amazing. He set up Smith Rowe with a little flick around the corner. What did you make of our club captain overall?
Well, let's get it right. Aubameyang take the penalty against Martinez. Martinez is a cute and clever goalkeeper. He let's get it right. He played with Aubameyang. He knows where Aubameyang likes to slot the ball and how he likes to slot the ball. He's researched it. He's knowledgeable, Aubameyang to me tonight was not the lazy player we've seen in the past. He was putting it about. He did some great, if you were there like Kelly was tonight, if you watched some of the stuff he was doing off the ball, it was impressive. And I liked it. And the fact that he took the penalty, followed it up, quality. I mean, that was a difficult finish, let's be honest. So
he could have shinned it.
He could have done. He could have gone right out left.
He could have done he could have done the Lukaku and put it out of the ground.
But fair play to him. He impressed me tonight, and he's a 7.
Okay. Listen, it's your ratings, mate. Yeah, leave your ratings in the chat, people. Leave it in the comments. I would have given him more than that, but it's not my ratings. That's why I get you guys on. Yeah, and this is why the comments go mad everywhere. Oh, but Kenny, you're taking the piss, yeah. And Jez, oh my God, yeah, you're deluded. Yeah, why don't you just leave your comments, bruv? Yeah, and leave your ratings rather than cussing the panel. Kenny,
I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. Kenny, Lacazette, you said on your fan cam that he set the tempo from when he came on against Palace. Yeah. Tonight, I don't know whether he's playing for a contract. I don't know whether he's playing for a move. I don't know what he was on. But you know what? That was the Lacazette that was there under Unai Emery when Aubameyang were handshaking and all of that one. Yeah. He looked mad tonight. He got forearm smashed, and Tyrone Mings proper clarted him as well. Yeah, like literally. Yeah, I was like, mate, you could have broke his fucking cheekbone. Yeah, like because he proper caught him, but he was everywhere, and he deserved a goal tonight. Yeah, because his work rate.
He could have had a goal. He could have taken the penalty, but he said, "Oh no, you have it to Aubameyang."
Yeah, and listen, Aubameyang ain't saying no. Yeah, you offered me one, so I'm taking that.
Well, no,
yeah.
Aubameyang offered it to him, and he said no. So, but in terms of
that's like the old days of Pires and Henry. Like Henry gets fouled, Pires will take the pen. Yeah. And it's like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, if I was Lacazette, I would have been going, yo, I'm taking that because I've scored 1 goal all season. But teamwork, bruv.
Teamwork.
Work rate.
But I think what it is that if Lacazette plays like this consistently, then he wouldn't be on the bench. When Lacazette plays his best football, the team, Arsenal normally play well. His hold-up play was fantastic. He takes defenders into a corridor of uncertainty. And he creates a lot of space for his partners in crime, which was Smith Rowe and Aubameyang. And he won the penalty as opposed to like getting fouled because Target got the ball, but you can't go through a play like that. So, but how he won a penalty, he's got in front of Target. He said, right, you if you come through me, you're fouling me, and it's intelligent play. I've always said that in terms of like. Footballing ability, he's always cast him higher in footballing ability than his mate Aubameyang. But Aubameyang is the guy who gets the applause. He scores all the goals, but he wouldn't play half as well in his team without Lacazette alongside him. We saw it in like the Project Restart when we won the FA Cup, and we saw a lot of that under Emery. But again, Lacazette himself has to be consistent as well. The biggest elephant in the room was Aubameyang's lack of performances. But Lacazette, you weren't too far behind in terms of your inconsistency as well. But today I'm going to give Lacazette an 8 because I was pushing for Lacazette to start, and I gave him reasons why he should start. And I feel totally vindicated. I'm sure the manager does by choosing him ahead of Pepe today.
Listen, when I see that starting 11. The only worry for me, I was like, oh, Sambi and Pep and Party, okay, but then it's different setup. They're more technical. The other lot were more physical. It could work. When I see that left-hand side of Tavares and Aubameyang, I was like, if Aubameyang ain't on it, Tavares is getting exposed because he loves to bounce forward, yeah? But everything went well today. Let's go to substitutes. Let's go to... Maitland-Niles, Jez.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the guy a 5 because I just don't. I find that Arteta just he leaves everything so late, and. The guy didn't really do a lot, be fair. But I'm not going to knock him. I just think it's Arteta just leaving things too late, So, sorry, man. You get the 5.
Kenny. Let's go to Martin Gibraltar. Yeah, the creative spark.
Tempo
that
killer.
slowed the game down when he came on.
He's a tempo killer. He killed the tempo, slowed the game down. When it was unnecessary, when Villa were there for the taking, and it just when you slow the game down and change the tempo. But I don't think it was just him. I think when we make substitutions, sometimes like the game gets unbalanced because it takes players, maybe a few minutes to get the pace of the game and actually get hold of the same pattern. And I thought, Odegaard was very guilty of that. And there was and sometimes when you look at Odegaard. You can't understand why he didn't make it around. And that's not criticism. I think Spanish football, if he played in Italy, he'd be fantastic. He plays in Germany, absolutely brilliant. Yeah. If he played in France, he'd be brilliant. But I think here in Spain's probably more technical than it is in this country, although in this country we have a lot of technical players. But one thing is that in terms of like La Liga and the Premiership, tempo. You've got to be
Tempo and killer passing.
Yeah, you sometimes, right, we like fast tempo plus killer passes. We can't just have you slowing the game down and try to do a killer pass, which he tried to do in the second half. You know,
He tried to do it, and he tried to do it to Lacazette, not Lacazette, sorry, Aubameyang, because he went on for Lacazette.
Yeah.
Tried to do it to Aubameyang when he first came on. Yeah, they went straight to Martinez, and I was like, bruv.
I see what the guys
like, what are you doing? I can see what you're trying to do, but if that's Mesut Ozil's not playing that pass, bruv. And I don't like my Ozil, yeah? Ozil's not playing that pass. Ozil will take a touch, Aubameyang a spin off, and then he'll feed the ball. Yeah, because it's all about intelligence, yeah? And it's like, wouldn't have played that pass.
Martin's an intelligent footballer, but, you know, and I can understand why Arteta wants that, because, you know, the way Arteta plays, where he tries to, you know, stifle the tempo of the game, he's perfect for Mikel in terms of respect. But for the game today, he slowed the game down. But yeah, we won the game anyway. So I'll give him a 5. But he didn't really cause much harm, and he didn't really produce much either.
That tight basic 5s, yeah. Cool. It's no drama, Kenny. Your arms are bigger than my thighs, bruv. So, let's go to Jez. Gabriel Martinelli came on for 3.5 minutes or 2.5 minutes in stoppage time. He was basically the sacrificial lamb tonight, which is normally Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
Again.
If I was him, I would have said, I ain't coming on. I would have done a Tevez and said, fuck you.
I mean, I just don't get it with Arteta and Martinelli. The guy's quality. We've seen this.
3-0 up, and he could have subbed Saka for Martinelli.
Why didn't he start with Martinelli? You know, come on. You know, Saka needs a rest. I think we all agree on that. And, you know, I'm sorry, I can't give the guy any more than a 5 because he had no time to do anything. You know, I just think it's such a waste of a talent. And it really does piss me off with Arteta that this guy has proved himself under Emery, and Arteta clearly doesn't rate him. So, Martinelli, if you're watching me, my friend, which you're not, but I wish you were.
Well, he might be.
Leave.
He's viewed a few of Tom's Instagram posts, mate. Tom Nell, who comes on here. So you never know, mate.
Martinelli, please, my friend, leave. Go to a decent club where you will be appreciated.
Go to Newcastle. Why are you, Geordie Footer?
Tell you, man. Go to Newcastle.
Listen, we're going to do a 3-2-1, yeah? And we're all going to... it's not my player ratings, yeah? Well, you've done the players, so I can do the manager rating. That's my get out of jail clause, yeah? 3-2-1 on the manager, yeah? Right? 3, 2, 1, 7.
7.
Jez. Hey, listen, it's your ratings. It ain't mine.
No, I've gone for 7 because I think what's happened, the inclusion of Lacazette, you know, like I said, gave us a platform to win the game, and I think what's happened, he grew a pair. He actually grew a pair.
Hey, we bullied them. Let's be real, right? I expected, and I'm sure you guys did, yeah, and a lot of people in the chat when I did the watch along did, yeah. We expected Ollie Watkins to run the channels, be physical, go up against Ben White, go up against Tomiyasu, go up against Tavares, yeah, and Danny Ings to be like the third man runner, essentially, even though he's the second striker. And it was like nod the ball on, spin it round the corner, John McGinn linking the play. There was none of that, bro. They never had a shot in the first half.
No.
Yeah, second half they had 8 shots before we had a shot, I think. Yeah, right?
I think their midfield let himself down, but I think
he picked the wrong midfield. Leon Bailey.
You know why I agree with Jez?
It's more drama.
You know why I agree with. I can understand why Jez has gone for a 5. It's because the biggest elephant in the room right now is that we know we're going to batter Leeds because Leeds are going to play the kids. Yeah. Famous last words. Don't come and semi-abuse if we lose. But
no, it's true, Kenny. They're in relegation battle. It's more about staying up than winning.
I think Leeds have just got so many injuries. But in terms of like Leicester, that's the biggest elephant in the room because you know Leicester are probably slightly more powerful in midfield, and I mean physically than Crystal Palace. And I think
They got
Aston
more
Villa
goal
like
threats.
that today.
Tielemans,
So
Maddison.
if Arteta wants to be taken seriously as Arsenal manager, you've got to go to Leicester and win. Because Leicester, it's like Leicester are going to be looking for that top four, European places. We're saying that the best we can look for is, maybe an outside challenge to the top four, which is going to be impossible. But European places at least, you've got to go to Leicester and win. I think this is where Arteta has to earn his money. Arteta's not earning his money because he hasn't got a consistent amount of unbeaten games. I mean,
Did you not? Did you would have seen tonight? You would have seen. What is it? What is it with Arteta? He stands there for 90 fucking minutes, giving this, giving that, windmills.
He might as well sit down and keep warm, mate. He won't need to.
You didn't see it, Lee. You didn't see
it.
But I got a signal. I said, for fuck's sake, Arteta, just sit down.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I've said this to you guys before, yeah? Right? My man's got a whole week, yeah? And he was crying the other day about, oh, yeah, but we got no European competition and we're playing on a Monday and a Friday and Aston Villa had 2 days extra. Yeah, guess what, mate? It's still one game a week. Yeah, because our next game's Saturday, next week. Yeah, so that's now 8 days. Yeah? 8 days. When's Leicester's next game?
Well, it's game Sunday, isn't it? They've got
exactly.
Brentford.
So they've got 6 days. So it's roles reversed. And our fans are sitting there going, oh, yeah. Like I see it the other day. Oh, Mike Dean's been disqualified from refereeing. Why has Mike Dean been disqualified from refereeing this weekend? Because surely it should be the VAR geezer. Yeah, because Mike Dean made an obvious error. Apparently,
if the boot was the other foot, they would have called that arse.
Overrule it. So why they banned Mike Dean? They should ban the VAR guy.
Yeah, but if you're talking about like MacArthur,
wearing a red card.
If the boot was the other foot, we would be saying, look, it's an accident because don't get me wrong, it was dangerous play and he had to go off. But
I don't think he did, Kenny. Kenny, he's looking at the ball, yeah? Right? He was at the game, so you can see it live, right? In real time.
Don't get me wrong. It was an accident because he's gone through he's already committed to the shots. He's gone through it. And I've seen many a time but the problem is with European leagues, he's off. But in England, given the benefit of that.
Kenny, wait. Right? Man's looking at the ball, yeah? Man's looking at the ball. Yeah, and the backwards angle looking at them, it looks like Bakayo's in front of him when he's not. Yeah. No, Jez, wait. Right, Saka, it looks like he's in front of MacArthur. Yeah, from the backwards face-on angle. Yeah, right. But when you watch it from side on, which I did on DAZN, yeah. So I'm watching side on. Yeah, the ball's gone up. Yeah, MacArthur's looking at the ball. Saka dips in, then he's pulled his leg back. As it's dropped, as he's fronted his leg back down, he's looked and thought, fuck. And he's looked at Saka, which is why it looks bad, because he looked at Saka last minute and he followed through. But you can't stop yourself. When you look at the reverse angle,
you're right. But you know what's happening right now in Europe? We had the same thing with Griezmann and Firmino. He's committed.
Yeah, that weren't a red card for me. That ain't a red card.
No, but in Europe, it is a red card. That's the thing.
Go on, Jez. Go on.
No chance. Look. You guys know that I used to be a referee.
That's right. Yeah.
Mike Dean in the cut. Yeah.
Never at that standard. I was county league. I was never at that standard. But that was never a red card.
It normally isn't. It's an accident. But I think what's happened is the letter of the law, the law's changed because of dangerous, because of they now.
Yeah, but Kenny, first and foremost, it was offside anyway, which doesn't stop you giving a card afterwards, of course, yeah, right. But the ball's gone up in the air, right, and certain camera angles, yeah, it's like the penalty tonight, yeah. When I see that in real time, I was like, whoa, that looks a bit iffy. But then Lacazette arched his back, yeah, like done a full arch back, yeah. When I see it in slow motion, 3 minutes later, by the way, because the ball never went out of play, so we're 3 minutes over the added time, yeah. Our fans cry about VAR. Mark that one off. Yeah, mark that off. Same as Aubameyang at Old Trafford, by the way. Mark it off.
Well,
yeah, United caught fine. Yeah.
Claude, the 80 VAR. Well, you know what I mean?
Claude's sitting there going, yo, fuck it, I'll take it. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like when you watch that penalty tonight, for example, fuck the one on Saka, yeah? When you watch that penalty tonight, it's no different to what happened to Sambi Lokonga in the Crystal Palace game when the geezer, I can't remember, I think it was, what's the young lad's name? Gallagher, yeah? Gallagher kicked Sambi Lokonga's inside foot, his instep, yeah? Which meant he played the ball forward, yeah? And then he's fell over, yeah? Tonight, that guy went through the middle of Laka, but he clipped Laka's foot as he caught the ball. Yeah, Laka's arched his back, made a meal of it. He's conned the ref. Yeah, 3 minutes later, after stoppage time's done, we're now in the 45th minute or 50th minute. Yeah, ref goes, and I'm like, as soon as he went now, I was like, they're giving that. Yeah, and I've already seen 4 replays on DAZN at this point. Yeah, and I'm like, that ain't a penalty. Because that is no different to what happened to Sambi Lokonga with Gallagher the other day. But because it's in the penalty box, all of a sudden, soon as my man gets the thing in his ear, and I have since then seen a replay of when it actually happened from a different angle, focusing on the ref looking at it, yeah? And the ref went, no, not for me, that's not a pen, yeah? I lip read it, not for me, that is not a pen, yeah? But then he went over, give it all of that because he had that in his ear, and then he went, VAR, pen. So if that's not for you, it's not a pen.
Yeah, he does that. He did that. Yeah, Dave, it's his discretion. He's used his discretion.
No, but Kenny, genuinely, real talk, yeah? You was at the ground. I'm going to ask you both.
It did not a penalty.
Do you think it was a pen?
No, not at all, because I thought Target went through the back of got the ball, but he's gone through the back of him. So,
Jez, do you think it was a pen?
Yeah.
Jez, and Jez said this at the time when I said, no, that's not a pen. Jez was in my chat and he said, no,
you're ref, Rachel, you're ref. You're ref. See?
No, but just to be fair to Jez, he was in my chat when I was going, that's bollocks, that ain't a pen. We've got lucky. Yeah, Jez was gonna shut the fuck up, basically. Yeah, that is a penalty. Yeah, he's gone through the back of him. He's kicked him. He ain't got the ball and he's gone through. Yeah, if that was at the other end, that's a penalty for Villa.
I didn't tell you to shut the fuck up.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, in uncertain terms, you were going, yo, gun it.
Look, I saw it from the side that it came, and he took him on the back of his heel. He never got the ball. He was not.
He did get the ball, though, Jez. He did get the ball.
No, he didn't.
I think what's happening is that you get the ball first, but even so, you can't tackle. You can't go through the back of a player, even if you get the ball. You can't do it.
Sorry, man. Yeah, we agree on a lot of things, but we're not going to agree on this because the guy came through on a slide tackle on the back of his heel. And yes, he made a big meal of it, which sadly players do. But in the modern game, you can't do that. He didn't get the ball, man. I promise you, he did not get the ball. And I've watched it. I've watched the replay of the game, highlights of the game since, and I've seen that incident probably on there 10 times. It's a clear pen. Sorry, can't agree with you. Sorry.
Listen, we'll agree to disagree, Jez, and we're both adults, and we can do that amicably. You don't need to be an idiot on Twitter. Yeah.
Anyway, guys,
for me, it wasn't a penalty. I can see why it was given, but for me, it wasn't a penalty. I feel like that was exactly the same as the tackle from Gallagher on Sambi Lokonga the other day. Yeah, and I feel like that wasn't given, but that's in the box. Lacazette made a meal of it and arched his back. Yeah, and he caught one there. Yeah, but listen, good luck to him. Yeah, because if that was down the other end, and Ollie Watkins or Danny Ings done it, they would have given it anyway. Yeah, they would have done the same. So we've been on the end of a few bad ones. We got one tonight. That's why I don't cry about VAR. But listen, before we leave, yeah, big up to Kenny Kem. 1972 on Insta and Twitter. Go on, Jez.
Oh, Kenny, I love your shirt, man.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it?
That's the Podolski shirt. Every time I see you wear that, I'm like, Podolski. That's the first thought when I see that shirt, Podolski.
Did he score against Anfield? At Anfield, we won 2-0.
I think he did.
Yeah,
and I think in that
follow.
shirt, he also scored against Tottenham in that shirt, but I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Yeah, but I'm sure he scored against Tottenham in that shirt as well.
No, it was a red one. Anyway.
Oh, yes,
late,
you're right. That's when he jumped in the crowd. You're right.
It's getting late now, isn't it? What time is it now?
Hey, Kenny, it's fucking 3 in the morning.
Oh,
yeah?
I've got to go, mate.
Yeah, Kenny's got to be up in about 2 hours. Yeah, man's got a job.
I've got to go to a mad party next door. It's fucking wild there.
Anyway, Jez, I can't believe, very quickly before we go, I can't believe, the amount of times you two are very fucking closely, and you've near missed, and you're literally round the corner from each other. Jez, before Sunday, you need to be FaceTiming me, one of you two, with you two together in a cafe, having a coffee together, because you can't leave London without seeing Kenny Ken, and if you do, I'll find you, mate.
All right. we'll see what we could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and say happy birthday to your boy, man. Come on.
Say happy birthday to your godson.
Hey, people, as my godson says, this is Mikel Arteta. There you go.
That could be the thumbnail, you know.
I'll see you guys soon.
Come on. I'll take her out later.
Take care.